I need that file.
Mosley's office looks a lot like his room at college. Mosley's office looks... Gabriel would prefer to touch as little of Mosley's stuff as possible.
Can I ask you about...
I have an idea.
You're the writer. Ask away. I got those photographs you left for me.
So you said.
Nope.
Okay.
Tell me, what else? Oh,
It...
what's the
You're...
I bugged this up already.
How about getting...
What am I?
Hey,
Okay, so he's gonna go and get coffee.
Some people are never satisfied.
Gabriel doesn't... Gabriel would prefer to touch as... Gabriel doesn't... Gabriel...
no, really. No, thanks.
Okay.
Here, drink it.
Thanks. Can I ask you about...
You're the...
I got those photographs you...
So you said. Did you think of any other shot?
Let's take another cop off
Ah.
the shot.
What for?
I don't think we got...
Really? Frank, come back in here with that camera.
He's gonna come in here.
Now what, sir?
That cam
Sass.
wants another picture. You don't mind, do you?
Of course not. What else could I possibly have to do?
Man. She is not happy.
Anything else, Knight?
Yeah, let me go and check
Hold
my
on a sec while I go
hair.
check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
Aha! And yes. Yoink!
Let me see that file again. Just want to check this machine here.
Do, 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 do. And then we can put that back.
Gabriel has a photocopy of the official police file.
Ah, excellent.
That doesn't...
Would you just get in here?
Fantastic.
Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, the sass. The sass is real. Big brain. Okay.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Later, Knight.
We may be done here for now.
Gabriel cannot open.
Okay. Let's go to the bookstore.
Hello, beautiful. It's me.
Oh boy, party time.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Can you... Oh, snakes. What do you know about snakes?
Do you know anything about snakes?
Doing a family tree, Gabriel?
Ooh!
I mean real snakes. You know, scaly, cold-blooded. I would have thought you'd find them empathetic.
Mm-hmm. I know very little about reptiles of any kind and prefer to keep it that way. I think there's a book on snakes around here somewhere, though.
Ah!
Thanks.
Okay, there's a book about snakes somewhere. Where is this book?
The books on the desk are... Gabriel does not want to work on the damaged books right now. Schattenjägers books could use some serious
Indeed.
renovation, but Gabriel... Schattenjägers, that shelf holds used copies of the Dime Strife series, secrets of unsolved ancient UFO mysteries and such. They just leap out the door. That shelf holds used copies of the Dime Strife series. They just leap. That shelf holds used. They just leap. That shelf contains historical references, biographies of kings and queens, that sort of thing.
Okay.
The books on that top shelf include mysteries and other pulp novels from the 50s and 60s. Under the window are reference books, dictionaries, foreign language dictionaries, quotation books, and others. Gabriel borrows them often when he's writing.
Okay.
Under the window are reference books. All medical reference texts are stored on an upper shelf.
I'm guessing... reference books?
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Let's see, Mittag means midday, noon.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Spiel means game. Interesting.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Himmel means heaven. Uh-huh.
Okay, you know...
Gabriel's had all those books in the bathroom and doesn't care to read them again. Gabriel's life is a pulp novel. Gabriel finds those popular authors very mediocre. The old medical reference books are useless to Gabriel. Gabriel does not want to work on the damaged books right now. Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Dry means 3.
Yep.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English
I don't care about the German dictionary.
Possessin means possessed. That's handy to know.
Damn it.
The top shelf contains a set of German books that once belonged to Gabriel's grandfather.
Interesting.
Gabriel selects a volume of German poetry that he always found strangely compelling.
Drei Drachen kriechen in meinen Schlaf. Die Ziele wollen sie lebendig zum Fraß. Feurigen Atems, gespaltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
That's nice. Kinda creepy, though. Who's the author?
Heinz Ritter. I'm not sure what it says, but I get the feeling the guy was one sick puppy.
Oh, that's me a bit screwed, because I did French at school, not German. We are trying to solve these murders. Yeah, well, we didn't get the option. We could do French, German, or Spanish, and they made me do French, and I hated French because I wanted to do German.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Drachen means dragons. I wonder if Mosley would know he was being insulted if I called him Drachenbread.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Let's see, Mittag means midday, noon.
Yeah, we know this. Okay, where is this bloody
Gabriel's had all the
snake book?
Gabriel's had Gabriel, the his that doesn't the his. Gabriel pulls down a book on snakes.
Ah!
Snakes are legless reptiles. Some snakes kill their prey with poison, some by constriction. A snake smells by tasting the air with its forked tongue. The smells are passed back to a sense organ in the mouth. Constrictor snakes, however, sense their prey by vibration.
Did you know that medieval legends about dragons and giant worms are actually based on snakes? You know, dragons, devils, sea monsters, well, they've always been associated with snakes.
Grace, get alive.
Okay, I'm not kind of sure what that got us. I guess that, you would have had to do Welsh. Welsh is a weird language. Well, it's not weird, it's just strange and complicated. Okay, can she research these drawings?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
What do you
Could you see what you can find out about a woman named Malia Getty?
The name Getty sounds familiar. What's your interest in her?
Oh, just, stuff about the voodoo murders. If you could get an address...
They're murders. Right. I'll see what I can find out. Anything else?
I can't think of
Can't
anything.
think of anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Okay, no messages.
Do you know anything else about voodoo?
I've told you all I know.
Voodoo?
Sorry I can't be more help. Well, it's about closing time.
So it is. Good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gabriel. And try not to dream, okay?
Okay. Interesting. Day 2. The mask I wore as I approached what I am not, and though the pattern was unclear, its meaning could be bought.
Good morning. Don't you look swell today? Actually, swollen.
Oh,
So have some. There's a fresh pot on the table.
Man, she is like the queen of sass.
Seriously, you look like hell. Your hair is sticking straight up like a... Oh, it always does that. Never mind. Did you dream about the fire and the hang guy and that lion thing last night?
leopard, not lion. Did you get anything on Malia Getty?
Well, I did get her address, but you're a little out of your league here, big fella. The Gettys own 3 local hospitals, just to name a few of their assets. They run in very high circles.
Did you get an address?
I got the address. I suppose this has nothing to do with the fact that Malia Getty is incredibly gorgeous. I should have known you wouldn't go for a rich, ugly socialite.
That address is...
Hey! Far be it from me to postpone your total humiliation. It's 557 West Ingram. That's the Garden District, Estate City.
That's all I wanted to know. And yes, my dear, Malia Getty is the most dangerous-looking diversion I've ever seen. Ouch!
Oy, men.
Oh, damn. Okay. Let us investigate.
out.
Don't hurry back on my account.
Man, she hates him. Historical Voodoo Museum. This might be,
Welcome, my friend.
Hello?
I am the proprietor, Dr. John. If you have any questions, I will be happy to assist.
Great. My name is Knight, and I'll probably take you up on that.
okay. What do you know about voodoo?
Could I ask you some questions?
That is why I am here.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Historical voodoo? Or the voodoo currently practiced in the city?
Tell me
Historical.
about historical voodoo.
Very well. I will start at the beginning, Mr. Knight, and will go on from there at your prompting.
Sounds good.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion formed by the mixing together of many different African tribal religions and Anglo religions, such as Catholicism or Protestantism. In other words, it is a religion born of the African slave trade. But African slaves were imported not only by the United States, but also into the West Indies, where the French and Spanish ran plantation islands. Prior to 1803, the New Orleans area was owned by France. The French Creole in those days owned many African slaves. But the Creole did not permit their slaves to gather, giving no chance for voodoo to breed here natively. The Creole also knew enough about the corrupted pagan practices of the West Indies slaves to ban the importing of slaves from that region.
Interesting. And current voodoo?
Tell me about current voodoo.
Many people think of voodoo in terms of magic spells or gree-gree. That kind of practice is actually called hoodoo, and is only a part of true voodoo.
Voodoo?
Voodoo, the religion, has a strong following in New Orleans. In fact, it is growing quite rapidly. There are several voodoo churches or temples in the city, and others all across the United States. African Americans see it as a tradition all their own. Whites, and there are many in their religion, are attracted to it because they think it is exotic. I, personally, am more interested in the history of voodoo. Some of the new movements are copying Haitian or even African voodoo. But it is the voodoo of New Orleans that I find so intriguing.
Voodoo?
Is there anything else I should know about hoodoo?
Not if your interest is primarily in voodoo. Hoodoo is of interest to those who study rural folk traditions, but it will not aid you in understanding true voodoo.
Okay.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The killings in the newspaper? I know that they have nothing to do with true voodoo in New Orleans.
Cabri Sinclair.
Do you have any idea
Yeah.
what Cabri Saint-Gar means?
I fear my French is not all it should be.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Ah, you have perhaps noticed the museum's snake, Mr. Knight. They are beautiful creatures, do you not agree? And the tourists seem to associate them with voodoo.
Tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yes, if you don't mind.
What is it you wish to learn?
Why did you open a voodoo museum?
The subject has fascinated me all
Yeah.
my life, and I
Seems a
want
bit
to
of a
help preserve the
strange
cultural
life choice.
heritage it represents.
What kind of background in voodoo do you have?
Let us say that I cut my teeth on it, Mr. Knight. It is in my blood.
Do you do anything besides run the museum?
No. The museum does not make me a rich man, but my material needs are simple. I prefer to focus on my one true interest in life.
What are your own religious beliefs?
My beliefs are too personal and too complex to discuss with a layman, Mr. Knight.
Damn.
Actually, I can't
Okay.
think of a thing.
Then, let us discuss something else.
Do you know?
Do these marks look familiar?
They look like the scribbling of a child to me.
Okay, thanks.
Perhaps Gabriel should learn more about the scale before Sean. There's no reason to make a clear impression of that.
That's interesting. Play impression, you say?
There is nothing. The doorway is already open.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Goodbye, Mr. Bond. Yes. Dixieland Drugstore. What do you know, sir?
Mm-hmm.
The hell?
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Oh, bienvenue, Madame Casino. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker, I'm certain someone's buried a sleep note bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink in weeks.
Oh, don't that beat all? Well, you're gonna need some easy night candles then.
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosaries are good, sure enough. But you burn those candles too, and you gonna whip any old no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my account and send them round to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dames. Oh, I've been in misery.
You put 9 pinheads up in a little box, add a pinch of graveyard dust, and put it under her front porch step. That'll turn the trick back on Mrs. Lefebvre, and she'll be the one with the bellyache. I have the pins and the dust right here if you want them.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though it don't hurt to be proactive none neither, now does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It is nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
So you are dabbling in the voodoo. Interesting.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
Do you know anything about snakes?
What kind of snakes?
The kind they use in voodoo?
Pythons and boas. So I've heard.
Really? Do you have one?
Are you crazy? What would I want with a python?
Okay.
That customer of yours, the little old lady?
Customer?
The woman I saw in here. Madame Cazonou, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street.
God damn you.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
It's the biggest night of the year in voodoo.
What goes on exactly?
I couldn't say.
Oh. You know more than you are letting on. Do you know anything about this?
Do you recognize this pattern?
Don't look familiar at all, sir.
Why do I think you're lying to me? What about this?
Do you know anything about snake scales?
I got some snake root and snake powder, but I order them wholesale. I don't handle snakes. I don't like them at all.
Damn it. What about this?
Do you recognize this pattern?
Don't look familiar at all, sir.
Bugger. Okay.